Hi. Coming to the next chapter, that is acid, bases, and salt. Okay, you might have learned what do you mean by element, what is a compound, and what is a mixture. Okay, and in this chapter, compounds are classified into three, that is acids, bases, and salt. Compounds are classified into three. What are they? Acid, bases, and salt. We have to learn each and every uh, type of compound in detail regarding acids, regarding bases, and regarding the salt. Okay, so before coming to that, let's see what do you mean by an indicator. So what is an indicator? Indicator means it is a dye that changes the color when put into an acid or a base. So indicator means what? It is a dye. You know what do you mean by a dye? Hello. So when you put a dye, what happens? The color change. When you put what is that? Any dye on a piece of white cloth, you can see the color change, right? And same way, when you apply dye on your hair, you can see there occurs a color change. But what exactly is here? When you're putting an indicator into an acid or a base, what happens? The color change, or else you say that is an indicator. Now the common indicators are number one, that is methyl orange. Then next is litmus, and the third is phenolphthalein. Okay, so common indicators are methyl orange, litmus, and phenolphthalein. Now let's learn about the indicators in detail. Okay, so coming to the first indicator, that is litmus. Litmus is a natural indicator. Okay, and it is extracted from lichen. Okay, and what is lichen? It is a plant. Okay, which belongs to what? Thallophyta. Plant as such, you cannot what you guess as a plant is not like that. It's a smaller division of plant, and that division you call it as what? Thallophyta. And from this lichen you extract the um, litmus paper. The litmus, it is found as paper form, and also litmus solution is also there. And this litmus is neutral, so when neutral it will be purple in color. And in the case of acids, that is litmus paper, in acid it will be red in color. Litmus paper, yeah, litmus solution in base, it will be blue in color. Okay, so these are the things which you have to know about the litmus. So litmus is extracted from lichen, which belong to the division Thallophyta, and it's neutral, and the color will be purple, and in acid it will be red color, and in base, yeah, with base, when you test it, it will be blue in color. And what you have to know is that suppose you are having, yeah, so till this you need to know. We'll discuss some other indicator also, natural indicators. There are various other natural indicators. First one is litmus, okay, and then you have turmeric or else haldi. Then you are having red cabbage, okay. So these are certain natural indicators. So let's see about them also. So next natural indicator is turmeric. It is yellow in color and it turns red in basic. Let's see how does that happen. I'm having a piece of cloth, okay, and I'm putting some what is that, curry, yeah, I'm putting some sabji, okay, yeah, vegetable curry. You can see a yellow patch due to the presence of turmeric in the curry. Okay, and I need to remove that. So what I do is I rub it with soap. Now what is soap? Soap is basic in nature, right? It is basic in nature. So here I am having turmeric that is yellow in color, and I am rubbing it with soap, and soap is basic. Okay, and on rubbing you can feel a reddish brown color. You can feel a reddish brown color. Why? Because the color change. Okay, and on rinsing it with water, and again if you are rubbing with soap, what happens? All the extract of the curry, all the extract of the turmeric will be removed. How? You're rinsing it with soap. The yellow color will change to reddish brown, and again you're rinsing, and again you're washing it with water. What happens? The color, everything will get removed. So this happens in case of the natural indicator, that is turmeric. It is yellow in color and it turns red in basic. So basic, here I have taken soap, and on a piece of cloth you are having a yellow stain, and when you are washing it with soap, what happens? It forms a reddish brown color. Again you are rinsing it with water. Everything, that stain, that soap, everything will be washed out, and you get the clear cloth. Coming to the next natural indicator, that is the red cabbage. Okay, so red cabbage actually, practically it is not red, it will be purple in color. Okay, so here, since it is in the textbook also it's given red, you just have to learn the color as red. Yeah, it has red itself. So red cabbage is having red color, and in acidic solution it will turn red, and in basic solution it will turn green. Okay, you just have to know what will be the color change. And there are certain petals, the petals of geranium, then petunia, then hydrangea. Okay, these all will show what? The color change. Because these are also taken as indicators. So you should know the examples of the petals, that is geranium, hydrangea and petunia. Okay, so I have discussed about the natural indicators, that is litmus, and the second is turmeric, and the third is red cabbage. Now we will see some other indicators. So next type of indicator is olfactory indicator. So you know that olfactory is something related to smell. So substances whose smell changes in acidic and basic solution, you call that as what? Olfactory indicators. So what do you mean by olfactory indicators? The substances whose smell. Okay, so let's see how the smell changes. Here I have taken onion extract and vanilla extract. These are two olfactory indicators. You can smell, you know the smell of onion, and also you know the smell of vanilla. Now coming here, I've taken a piece of cloth, and to it I have some drops of sodium hydroxide solution. Okay, so here I have some sodium hydroxide solution in this piece of cloth. Now what I do is I put some extract of onion, and after that, if you smell it, you cannot feel the smell. Okay, that means the smell cannot be detected. What is sodium hydroxide solution? It is basic. It is basic. Okay, and in another cloth, I've taken dilute HCl. Okay, I had a patch of dilute hydrochloric acid, and in that case, I am putting some onion extract. There you can feel the smell. Okay, in basic you cannot feel the smell, but in acidic, acid medium, you can feel the smell. Now here, vanilla. Here I have a piece of cloth, same procedure, and I'm putting some sodium hydroxide solution, and there you can sense the smell. Sorry, you cannot sense the smell. There won't be any smell. Again, I'm taking a piece of cloth, I'm putting some dilute hydrochloric acid, and then when you are putting some vanilla extract, you can get the smell, or else there is a characteristic smell of the vanilla extract. So in short, we can say that regarding onion, it will not give the characteristic smell in basic, and onion extract will give the characteristic smell in acidic. In the case of vanilla extract, there won't be any smell, there won't be no smell, no characteristic smell. But in the case of acidic, you will get that smell of vanilla extract. Okay, these two are what you need to learn from olfactory indicators. Hope it's clear. So regarding indicators, this much you need to learn. You need to learn some. You have one more. So quickly we'll learn two more indicators, that is methyl orange and phenolphthalein. So methyl orange, okay, the color will be orange, and in acid solution it will be red in color, in basic solution it will be yellow in color. Coming to phenolphthalein, okay, so phenolphthalein, it will be colorless in acid solution and it will be pink in basic solution. And phenolphthalein, it is neutral, that means it is colorless. Okay, you can just go through it quickly. Methyl orange, and then phenolphthalein. Okay, so in acid, the methyl orange color is red, in basic it will be yellow in color, phenolphthalein in acid it will be colorless, and in basic it will be pink, and neutral it will be colorless. Okay, hope it's clear. So we have covered the indicators, hope it's clear. If you have any doubts, do write in the comment section, and do like, share, subscribe, and also you just press the bell icon to get notified. Thank you.